Okay, so let's unpack this. Imagine just a proper winter wonderland, the sky alive with colors, snow everywhere, and these like really unique adventures waiting for you. Finland is, well, rapidly becoming the place to go, isn't it? Especially if you're dreaming of seeing the northern lights up in Lapland. It's actually amazing how much interest there is globally. We're seeing travelers from Singapore, India, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Australia, the US. I mean, people from all over are heading there for that Arctic magic.
That's a really key point because the demand is just incredibly high,
Yeah.
especially for those glass igloo stays everyone wants. During the peak season, November through March, getting accommodation can be, well, a real challenge. December, January, and definitely February, they're the absolute peak month. So trying to plan last minute, you often just miss out on those really special experiences.
Yeah, I can imagine. And that actually leads us right into what we're doing today. We're going to do a deep dive, really get into the details of a very specific kind of limited time opportunity. It's a February 2026 tour package from a company called Finlandtour.fi. So we'll look at the company, what makes this tour package stand out, and walk you through the whole itinerary step by step. Think of this as like your shortcut to understanding this particular offer. So first things first, who exactly is Finlandtour.fi? They say they're your local Finnish tour operator. The company name is Eurotrail LLC. They even list a Dun& Bradstreet Street number, but we hear book local a lot. What does that actually mean in practice? What makes booking with a Finnish company like them different, especially for somewhere like Lapland?
Right, and that really ties into their whole philosophy. Finlandtour.fi, they seem to believe travel is more than just, checking off places. It's about creating memories, making connections. They do tailored packages, solo trips, romantic breaks, family holidays, that sort of thing. And they're really pushing this campaign. Book your Finland tour direct with Finnish tour company. The best way to understand it is probably this example they give comparing a Mr. Tan and a Mr. Shan.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So Mr. Tan, right, he booked his trip through an agent back in Singapore. That agent then contacted a Finnish company acting as a go-between. So Mr. Tan ended up paying taxes twice, essentially, once in Singapore, and then the agent's Finnish costs, including taxes there, got passed on to him, plus the agent's commission, naturally, so higher cost. And maybe more importantly, all this communication had to go through these layers. Agent to Finnish company, back to agent, back to Mr. Tan, slows things down, potential for mix-ups.
Ah, okay, I see where this is going. So, Mr. Shan.
Mr. Shan did it differently. He went straight to Finlandtour.fi, booked direct. So right away, no extra commission, no double tax issue, big saving there. But maybe the bigger win was the direct contact. He's talking directly to, say, Anarchy in operations, or Damien, the product manager, or Edit Sarin, one of the co-founders who heads up operations. You get immediate answers, clear information from the people actually running the tour. It really makes you think, doesn't it? How much value do you listening place on that direct line, cutting out the middle steps for better communication, cost savings, and, well, maybe just a more reliable trip overall?
Yeah, that Mr. Shan example really does make it crystal clear the potential benefit of booking direct.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the team Anarchy, Damien, Edit. It seems they also have Jenny Wilson in sales and Annette Black doing UI UX design, presumably making the website and booking experience smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And judging by the feedback they seem to get, that focus on the experience, it really pays off. We look through some testimonials, people from Singapore, India, the US, Japan. They keep using words like fantastic, seamless, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the consistency is notable.
And the Northern Lights sightings, obviously, are often highlighted as breathtaking, unforgettable. The husky sledding, the reindeer, that icebreaker cruise thing, it all gets mentioned as magical. There's some balanced feedback, too, which is always good to see. Someone mentioned a few minor hiccups, but still called it fantastic. Another person felt an activity was a bit rushed, but overall, still a fantastic trip.
Adds realism, doesn't it?
Exactly. And others just rave, seamless. Magic began the moment you said Finlandtour.fi, luxurious, meticulously planned. It sounds like they've got a pretty good handle on putting together a memorable adventure.
That positive feedback loop is definitely strong. So, okay, let's connect that back to this specific opportunity we mentioned. Given how tough it is to get those igloo rooms during peak season, November to March is just packed. Seriously, finding availability can feel like striking gold. So here's the question for you. How does a limited sort of last-minute offer for February 21st, 28th, 2026 sound? Especially when it includes confirmed igloo rooms. Not just any igloos, but at the famous Kaxlatannen Arctic Resort and also another igloo stay in Rovaniemi. That's Well, that's pretty rare for
All
February.
right, confirmed igloos in Feb. That is a big deal. Okay, so let's get the specifics down for everyone listening. The dates are February 21st to 28th, 2026. And this offer, this last-minute package, is priced at 3,000 euros per person.
Per person, yeah.
Now, payment is made to their bank account in the USA. So even though the price is in euros, you'll actually pay the equivalent in US dollars on the day you make the payment. Just a small heads up, though. They do add a 6% charge if you pay using a credit card.
Good to know about the card fee.
And who can grab this? Well, basically anyone who already has the necessary visa for Finland or doesn't need one beforehand. You just need to email them to check availability. And they specifically prefer email for booking this particular tour. The address is info@finlandtour.fi. We'll mention that again later. Oh, and one more detail. Your airport transfers and the longer transfer from Kaksolanteen and down to Rovaniemi, those are private just for you. But the actual tours, the activities, those are generally on a shared basis with other travelers with pickups near your hotel. So a mix of private comfort and shared experiences.
That mix sounds quite practical, actually. And yeah, having that igloo confirmation for February is definitely the headline grabber here.
Okay, now for the really exciting bit, the itinerary. What do you actually get to do? Because this 7-night tour, it looks absolutely jammed with cool stuff. It's designed to really immerse you in Lapland. Let's start with where you'll stay. Night 1 is in Helsinki at the Radisson Blu Plaza. Good central spot to kind of ease into Finland.
Makes sense, yeah. Start in the capital.
Then, nights 2 and 3. This is the big one. 2 nights in a small glass igloo at Kaksolanteen Arctic Resort up in Surisoka. This is the Kaksolanteen, right? One of the original, most famous places. Watching the sky from your bed.
Incredible.
And it includes breakfast and dinner there, too. And again, having this confirmed for February, that's the golden ticket in this package, really.
Absolutely. Finding igloo availability, then, is notoriously difficult.
Then after Kaksolanteen, you head down to Rovaniemi, Santa's official hometown. You'll spend 3 nights there at the Scandic Polar Hotel, and breakfast is included. Good base for exploring Rovaniemi. And finally, you loop back for one last night in Helsinki before you head home.
Okay, so the accommodation sounds like a great mixed city comfort, iconic igloo experience, and a solid base in Rovaniemi. But the activities, that's where the real Arctic adventure comes in, isn't it?
Totally. And they've packed loads in. You get a dedicated Northern Lights hunting tour. So you go out with guides trying to find the best spots to see the aurora. Fingers crossed for a good show, obviously.
Always a bit of luck involved with the lights.
True. Then there's a 2-hour snowmobile safari in Surisoka. Imagine just zooming through those snowy forests. Looks amazing. And Rovaniemi means Santa Claus Village, right? So a full-day visit is included. You get to meet the man himself, cross the Arctic Circle line, get the certificate, I assume, and tickets to Snowman World are included, too.
Sounds like the classic Rovaniemi experience covered.
Definitely. But wait, there's more. You also get a husky sledge ride. It's a 400-meter ride, so maybe more of a taster, but still, being pulled by huskies. How cool is that?
Very cool. Energetic dogs.
And then, the probably most unique thing on the list.
Yeah.
The Arktis Icebreaker Cruise. This is based out of Kemi, I think. You actually sail on an icebreaker ship, crushing through the frozen sea. And get this, you can walk out onto the sea ice.
Wow, okay.
And if you're feeling brave, they give you these special survival suits, and you can go ice floating in the freezing water. It looks wild.
Okay, ice floating. That's definitely something different. Walking on the frozen sea and then floating in it. That's quite the experience. So looking at the whole package, what really stands out is how it combines that confirmed high-demand igloo stay with a whole bunch of these premium, often hard-to-book separately experiences, and all during February, right in the middle of peak Northern Lights season. Trying to piece all that together yourself individually would be tough and probably expensive. It makes you consider, doesn't it? When you plan your own trips, how much value do you put on having those big-ticket, unique things already locked in so you can just turn up and enjoy it rather than spending your holiday chasing availability?
That's a really good point. It's like buying convenience and peace of mind along with the experiences. So, okay, if someone listening is thinking, wow, this sounds incredible, how do I actually book it? What are the practical steps? Well, Finlandtour.fi seems flexible. You can book online via their website, or you can email them again. That's info@Finlandtour.fi. And they seem to prefer email for this specific February tour.
Right, stick to email for this one.
And if euros isn't your preferred currency for payment, just email them. They can send you a payment link in whatever currency you need, presumably converting from the euro-based price. Once you've paid, they say their team will contact you within about 3 working hours with all the confirmations and details. That's actually pretty quick for international travel stuff.
Yeah, that's a fast turnaround.
They're also careful to state They don't get involved in the visa process itself that's on you, but they will send you all the necessary booking confirmations and vouchers you need for your visa application promptly.
That's important clarity. They provide the proof of booking, you handle the visa.
And it sounds like they have good connections within Finland. They mentioned tie-ups with major hotel chains and can bundle hotels and even domestic flights into packages if needed, maybe for extending your trip or something.
Useful if you want to customize beyond this specific package.
Oh, and one last handy tip. If you want to chat about the itinerary before you pay, maybe clarify a few things. They have a WhatsApp number you can message.
Yeah.
Plus 358-45-7396-2900. That direct chat option could be really useful for quick questions.
So, zooming out again, looking at the bigger picture, it seems clear that Finlandtour.fi is really positioning themselves as that direct local connection. They're offering a way to experience Finland, especially with these curated packages like the February 2026 one. They're focusing on making it seamless, packing in those unique things, the igloos, the icebreaker, and highlighting the benefits, both financial and logistical, of booking directly with them, the Finnish operator. It's about providing value and direct access.
Absolutely. And that brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, something to maybe mull over, inspired by this whole discussion. Think back to that comparison, Mr. Tan versus Mr. Shan. Now, apply that idea more broadly. How might choosing to book directly with local operators, not just for Finland, but for any trip you plan, how might that change your approach? We've talked about potential cost savings, sure. But what about the other aspects, like having more direct control over your itinerary, over your experience? And maybe building a slightly more genuine connection with the people actually making your trip happen on the ground. Just something to think about as you dream up your next adventure.